In this exercise, we're going to accomplish a few things here. Introduce you to color schemes, in particular the analogous, complementary, and split complementary. Introduce you to how to use the Adobe Color Web App to design a color palette, and how to manage swatches in Photoshop. Also, this is a review of the file setup process that we've done already in this course, where you separate your line work so you can add color to your line art. So that is the purpose of this exercise. Let me go into Photoshop. So you'll be given, if you're in my class anyway, you'll be given one of these images, either that one or this one. And this is review. What we'll do is we'll set up this file so we'll have the line work separated from the white areas, and but also set up layers for this specific color scheme exercise. So first of all, we got the background. Oh wait, let me reinforce something here. Go to image size. These are for this exercise, these are good sizes. I just wanted to point out that we have resolution 300, which is a good thing. You don't have to change the image size. I just want you to remember that whenever you're doing, painting in Photoshop, put your resolution at 300. Now, this width and height is a little bit too small for any kind of professional work, but it's good enough for this exercise. I just wanted you to be cognizant of that. Be aware what the resolution is whenever you do this stuff. Okay, first of all, let's copy the background layer. In case we make any mistakes, we'll always have it. So click, hold, and drag the background layer into the new layer palette. And keeping this named background copy is okay. Let's save our file in a known location, and it'll, if we click Save As, it'll default to Photoshop, which is what we want. So let's use a file name convention of color schemes and then your name. Not my name, but your name, .psd. Make sure it's in a known location. Click Save. Click OK. So that's cool. So it's PSD file, which is what we want. Alright, so this is review. We're going to increase the contrast and then separate the line work. So the first thing to do to increase contrast, add an adjustment layer, a levels adjustment layer. Grab the slider on the far right and pull it to the right. And what you want to do is get a nice bright white. But again, as review, you don't want to go too far and destroy the line work. So the parameters I'm doing here should probably work for you as well if you're using the same image. That looks pretty good. So that's the parameters I'm using for this image. Okay, so once you have the contrast set up like you want, my mouse is lagging because I'm recording, and then hold down the shift key, click so levels 1 and background copy is selected. You can go here, click the three parallel lines and choose merge layers, or you can do a command or control E to merge those layers. And any day now it will. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that's merged, the high contrast. And so do Command A, select all, Command C as in cat to copy. Once again, I'm going fast because this is review. Click on the channels layer, or channels tab, make a new alpha channel. Command V, Command or Control V as in Victor. And if you remember, what we want to do now is load the alpha channel as a selection. And the way we do that, hold down Command or Control, hover over the alpha channel, click once, and then we get a whole bunch of marching ants. So all the white areas are selected. So remember that, all the white areas are selected. Click on the Layers tab, make a new layer, and then we have to invert the selection. We can go Command or Control Shift I, or you can go to Select, Inverse. Now all the black areas are selected. Over at your color picker, make sure you're at the default foreground and background color. So we got black in the foreground. Make sure that this new layer you created is selected. And then to load the foreground color into the selection, it's Option or Alt Delete. Okay, so right away, let's name this Lines. And let's close the eyeball on these two. Close the eyeball on those two layers. Click the Levels 1 layer, make a new layer, and let's call this one White. Get rid of your marching ants by going Command or Control D, deselect. Alrighty, put white in the foreground. Get your paint bucket tool. It might be behind the gradient tool, but get your paint bucket tool. Make sure you're in the white layer. Click once, and life is good. Okay, so now we can make new layers under here to add our color. So do a Command or Control S to save your file, and I'll see you in the next video.